Good morning, everybody. Grade 10 IPA, good for you to join this morning. Today we're going to finish Unit 1 with our focus on writing. We're still at sports and obsession, and for our focus on writing, we're going to do a review of our vocab. We're going to do some grammar and have a last touch-up for our writing project. Yeah, and if there are any things that you are so confused about regarding your project or anything else, please do not hesitate to ask me. Yeah, super important for you to ask. It's your right to ask, so do not hesitate to do so. Yeah. Okay, now let's straight away go to our vocabulary. We're gonna flip our page to page 15. Aha, here we are. Focus on writing, vocabulary review. Now, what is very important for you to remember is that all the vocabulary, and I cannot emphasize that enough, all the vocabulary is basically right at the back of your book. And whether that is your textbook for reading and writing or your textbook for listening and speaking, it's exactly the same thing. So if I just real quick take a look with you, page 206, here is the Unit 1 vocabulary, and the words with the asterisks are the words on the academic word list, which we refer to as AWL. So those are the academic words, and these words are important to be used in your writing. Yeah, you will find them back in the reading, but also very important to incorporate them in your writing, your paragraph. And so it also goes for the grammar, of course, which definitely is important also to incorporate Unit 1, the ability of can, could, be able to. That's what we're going to talk about today, and it is important that you use this. This will also come back in your unit test, so that is the information, the vocab and the grammar will come back also in your unit test. Besides that, I would like you to use it in your writing. Now, for listening and speaking, the vocabulary and grammar has to be used in the speaking test as an application and will come back in your unit test. Yeah, awesome. Now that shows us real quick, I can bring you to the unit schedule. When we're looking at the unit schedule, here we see in the week of the 31st of August, we're like in week 7. For our Zoom meeting, the one in the middle, Zoom, right? Zoom meeting today, we're going to focus on writing. And after our Zoom meeting, you're going to do a post-test. That is referred to as post-test 4, but it's the second post-test for reading and writing. You will do that after this meeting is done, and it has to be submitted today before 11 o'clock tonight. Step 7 is the step for writing and editing your paragraph, which is done in your journal, right? For that is for your writing project. Last week, you should have done the recording of your speaking test, which goes into your log. Now, for your post-study this week, we're going to focus on the activities in focus on writing in your ebook for reading and writing. And as you can see, there is no pre-study for this week. Yeah, and why is that? Because next week will be your test and task week, submission week. So you will next week have unit test 1 for listening and speaking. You will have to, and you will have a unit 1 test for reading and writing. You will submit your ebook activities, all the ebook activities for listening and speaking for unit 1, and all the ebook activities for reading and writing unit 1. You'll submit your log. So you will submit and upload your speaking test, which is your video, inside a Google form, which you can find. No, I say it wrong. I repeat. You will upload your speaking test, which is a video. Yeah. You will put that inside your log. The video goes inside. The link of the video goes inside your log, and the log is uploaded into a Google form you can find in your ebook. Now, for your paragraph, You will write that inside your journal. Your journal is uploaded inside a Google form, which you will find in your ebook for reading and writing. No other way, only that way. And the format of your log in your journal has to be Google Docs. So if you've downloaded your Google Doc, your journal and log, it became a Word version automatically. Then what you do to convert it, you just go into your Google Drive and you just click the plus to upload file. You click the file of your journal and log, it automatically goes into your drive. Then you open it and you have the option open as Google Doc, click that. And then it is not yet saved as a Google Doc. You then have to go to File, Save as Google Doc, and it becomes a Google Doc format. That's how we convert it. And then you can just delete the Word file. Yeah, so whenever later on I will show you, oh, maybe now I can do that straight away. That's maybe a better idea. See, here we are at your ebook for listening and speaking. Let me show you real quick. I made some changes though, as you can see here. I added general information, which I will do in every unit. Some added information. It's important that you look at that. And then also I changed here the format. I will do that continuously because I think this is a bit more clear for you. The heading of tasks and tests, which holds the video activity, posts 1, posts 2, the log, and the unit test. And I will do that always at the end of the unit. Yeah, so it's easier to look at that. Now, seeing this here, you can just click log and it brings you automatically to your log. So this is your Google form to upload your log, right? So you just click this one and then it will open a Google form and fill out your email and your name. Remember, your attendance number is super important, 2 digits, period, and then the name. And then here you see add file, you click this, and then it automatically brings you to your computer or to your drive. You should go to the drive and then click your log from the drive. Makes sense, yeah? Now we can also look at our reading and writing ebook here. In our reading and writing ebook here, we can see that it's the same system, and I would like to also change this one for you to make it a little bit more. I haven't changed this one yet, more, yeah, a bit easier for you. Here you can see also that I put in the general information. Wait, it's still loading. This I put in also. Your general information, here's text genres, essay genres, reading strategy, general main idea, sub main idea. This is added information. You should read that. It's important because those are the things we discussed and that were not yet in your ebook. So I added that for you, and I will keep doing that. Your ebook will be edited all the time. And here, as you can see, I haven't made the heading yet, tasks and tests. And I think that is better because it's more confusing for you to look for the post tests and all. So I will edit this for you as well. Yeah. So now just same thing, click on journal and then just click on the heading and it automatically brings you to your journal. And same thing, click this Google form and then click upload file and it automatically brings you to your file and then you just upload it there. That's how you submit your journal and your log. But you've got to remember that for your journal, for your log, basically, you really have to upload the video inside the log. The journal, the writing of your paragraph is done inside your journal, right? Now for the log, the link of the video has to be uploaded inside the log. So you have to upload your video into your drive, your Google Drive, and then you can just do copy link. Yeah? So if it's in your drive, you can just get the link and place that link inside your log, and then I just click the link and then I can watch it. Okay, so remember that. You place the link. So place it first in your drive, your Google Drive, and then get the shareable link of your video, which link, only the link you place inside your log. And your log is then again uploaded into a Google form. Great. Any questions? No? Okay, remember that some have are too big, some files are too big. You gotta be careful for that. For example, here you can see that for your log, here the submission size is 10 MB. So you gotta make sure that it is not too big what you upload. Maybe you need to compress your file. You can just Google that, go online and compress. It's easy. There are a lot of ways on how to compress a video. Please do remember that your any of the activities in your ebook are all audios. If you're doing listening 1, listening 2, focus on speaking anytime, for example, critical thinking, or anytime when there's this small activity in your ebook that asks you to upload a voice note or anything like that, it's always audio, like a voice note. It's never a video. The only time I ask you to upload a video is when it is a test. Okay, this is very important for you to remember, because otherwise it might be too big and the file cannot be uploaded. If it's still quite big, then just what you should do is you should compress it. Yeah, so by compressing it, you can already also fix that. So remember that next week is a submission of everything, and still there's a problem, you can always ask me. In your unit schedule, it gives you the dates, and so remember that the date goes along with the date of your Zoom time. So that means that for you guys, it will be next week on Tuesday, yeah, that you have to submit it. Remember that. Okay, yeah. And then your speaking test, present facts about someone's life and accomplishments, and your paragraph is a factual report about someone's life and accomplishments. So you can use the same topic, the same person, the same sources, same brainstorming. That would be fine. Okay, awesome beans.
Sorry,
Yeah.
what, miss?
Yeah. Any questions?
I'm sorry, what did you say before
Excuse me?
about the login journal? Just the one sentence that you said just before. Sorry, I was setting up something.
Oh, okay. So for, you can see here in the unit schedule, I already also placed a topic, right? So you can see here that the topic for your speaking test and for your journal, your paragraph is the same.
Oh, the same?
Yeah, you can see that here. Present
Oh, no,
facts,
thank you.
present facts about someone's life and accomplishment. Here, same about someone's life and accomplishment. So factual report is presenting facts. Yeah, but in a writing, we just call it a factual report. So you can use the same topic, the same person, and that's why your sources for your research will then also be the same, and your brainstorm can also be the same, as long as you fill it out twice. If you say, but Miss Sylvia, I did a different person, yeah, that's cool, that's no problem, you know. But if you end up, you know, making it the same, that's fine too. Sometimes we can use the same topic, sometimes we can't. Now, and remember, yeah, remember that is clear. Still, you fill out. You cannot keep it blank, because if you keep it empty, it will not be graded. And remember, the rubric I already gave on how I grade your speaking test. The rubric I gave already. How I grade your log is already distributed, and how I grade your journal is also already distributed. So you gotta look at those rubrics, because it guides you in how you will be graded. Yeah. And remember, for this week, there is not going to be any pre-study because of our test week. Yeah. Then after that, you will have a week holiday for Galungan, and then after Galungan's holiday, then we will start with Unit 2. Okay. And at the start of a Unit 2, we will discuss first the type of writing, the type of speaking, and all that. Okay. Now make sure you got everything set up and done. Yeah. Don't be late with that. So that brings us back where we were just now. Yep. So the vocab and grammar should be implemented in your journal and also in your speaking, and which comes back in your unit test as well. Okay, we flip our page back to page 15 for focus on writing, and we're gonna do a review of our vocabulary. Yeah. And our vocabulary, as we already went over this, you know, like in reading 1, you do the vocab, you do a lot of the definitions, synonyms, antonyms, and all. And then reading 2. And then now in the last part, which is focus on writing, we're kind of looking at how the words work in a context of a text or a letter or anything like that, and even expanding to how do these words work in the part of speech of the POS. So we are going to do a little bit more with a vocab than just knowing only the definition. Now, since you already watched the video, already did the activities, means that we are only looking at the answers, reviewing it, where you can ask questions and or give comments or ideas and so on. Meaning we're going to start off, and I'd like you guys to take a chance to read one by one and answer the blanks. Is there anyone in this class who would like to volunteer to annotate? Who did the annotating last time? I forgot. Anyone who would want to fill out the blanks? No? Okay, no worries. All's good. Okay, we're going to start with the first one. I'm going to ask Winona to start reading from the beginning until number 2. So just read until the sentence is done. If you get 2 blanks or 3 blanks, just fill out all those blanks. Winona, are you here? Yeah? Okay, cool. Hi, good morning.
Yes. Morning.
Can you start reading from the beginning in 2011?
So I should answer number 2. Number 2. Yes.
Yeah, you go until fitness, but I want you to read from here, from the beginning.
Okay. In 2011, Natalie Portman won an Academy Award for her role in Black Swan, a film about a ballerina who develops an obsession with performing a role. To prepare for the film, Portman made wait a minute, miss. I'll search the answer first.
Yeah. You can choose from the box. Yeah?
Okay.
What kind of effort did you give? So we have all these words in the table. Yeah. Accomplish, challenge, complications, daring, do or die, enormous, focus, impressive, inspire, pressure, risk, unthinkable, and willingness. Which one? Starts with an I.
Is it impressive?
Yeah, very good. Continue reading.
Okay. Portman made an impressive effort to exercise each day for 6 months, practicing ballet and increasing her fitness.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Okay, now I'm gonna ask someone else. Sean, are you here?
Yes.
Hi, Sean. Can you continue reading?
Effort exercise each day for 6 months practicing that. As a result of her willingness.
Yeah, continue reading.
To work very hard to train her body, Portman gave a convincing performance as Nina, a ballerina who faces several complications of mental illness that lead her to do or die fantasies in a challenge to take her art to a higher level.
Oh, wow, cool. That led her to unthinkable, right?
Yes.
You're faster than me. Unthinkable fantasies in A, and you said challenge, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. To take her art to a higher level. Awesome. Did you continue just now?
No?
No, yeah, okay. Sean, you're fast. Pretty good, thank you. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna ask Aksara. Aksara, are you here?
Yes, miss, I'm here.
Hi, good morning. Can you continue? As Nina faces
the pressure of having to compete with another dancer, she takes a do or die approach to being the best.
Very good. Yeah, awesome. Do or die approach, being the best. Thank you so much. Okay, Vanessa, hello, good morning.
Good morning, miss.
Hi, continue, please. She is so?
She is so focused on her role that she faces the risk of losing her mind as she pushes herself to go beyond her limits and shows her strength and
What words are left? Starts with a D. Yeah, this is a bit difficult, maybe. Daring. And then Portman's, what do you think the last one is? Portman's amazing performance in this film will? In?
will do or die.
Oh, we already had that one here. Will in?
Inspire.
Yeah. Very good. Thank you. Good job. Yeah. So these are the words in context. Yes. Okay. Keep that in mind. Check your answers. Any questions? No? Okay. Then we're going to go to the next part is where we're going to put all these words in the right place in the table in the right part of speech. This is what we call POS. Yeah. So also called and referred to as word family. We have one word and it can become a noun, a verb, an adjective, an adverb. There are prefixes added, which are the letters that are placed in front of the word, like in or im, yeah. And there are suffixes added, like ed, or we have suffix like munt, ness, li. Those are suffixes, letters at the end of the word. So one word can have a different form, and because of the prefix and suffix, it can alter the meaning. Yet it's still related. It's still one word family. Why? Because the base form of the word is still the same. It has similar meaning. Okay, we're going to really quickly look at what the words become or are in a different setting of the POS. So if you have the word accomplishment, anyone who would like to respond, what's the verb?
Accomplish.
Accomplish.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. So let's do this together. Accomplish, very good. And then we've got challenge, the verb. I'm gonna type, and if you want to respond, you can just respond. The adjective, what would that be? So challenge, challenge.
Challenging.
Yeah, very good. So that would be then with an ing, yeah. Challenging. I'll do this fast. Hopefully not make any mistakes. Complication. What is the verb of complication?
Complicate.
Awesome. Complicate. The adjective with ed.
Complicated.
Yeah. Often adjectives also add with ed or ing, something. Yeah. We've got daring, and then we've got another one. There are two. Daring and dare, basically. There are two forms that I could use. What about the verb?
Dare.
Yeah, very good. Still also the same. Sometimes they're overlapping, same. There. And what about the adjective?
Daring.
Yeah, daring. And adverb with ly.
And enormally.
Daringly.
Daringly. Yeah, the next one is enormous. Adjectives, adverbs mostly add ly, and adjectives have a lot of ed, ing, but also ous, ive. Yeah, nouns a lot of months, eon, us, ous. Yeah. Enormous. What's the noun? We've got two in this case. Okay, let's put it like this. So we've got enormousness. Don't know if you've ever heard of that. And we've got enormous, enormously. They're both in it. The verb is not there. And then we've got enormous. And then for the adverb, it's enormously. Yeah. Okay, noun for focus, what is that?
Focus, miss.
Yeah, just focus. Awesome. And then the verb?
Focus.
Focus.
Yeah,
Still focus.
yeah, it's the same focus, and that's it. What about impressive for the noun?
Impression.
Impression.
Yeah, both of you correct. The impression, the verb.
Impress.
Impress.
Yeah. Yes. You know what you can also do if you're confused about this, is you know that an adjective modifies a noun, right? And an adverb, an adverb modifies a verb. So if you're confused whether it's an adjective, you could place a noun after it, and then you will hear it, you know? The enormous tree, for example, that works, right? Now, the same is also with an adverb. You can put it with daringly he worked. The work was done daringly. So it refers to the verb. So you can check that out in order to know that, hey, is it correct or not? And a verb most always comes after a subject. So if you have the subject I inspire, I impress. So you could check it that way to just make sure that it works. Yeah? So impressive would be with Lee, so it becomes
Impressively.
yeah, awesome.
Impressively.
Impressively. So inspire as a noun, what would that be? Oh yeah, with a noun you can always put the in front of it. Un, or the. So the definite article the or the indefinite article are un. So the inspiration, for example. Does that make sense? So if you put the or un in front of it, then because a subject or an object, they're always nouns. Yeah, the inspiration, I inspire, and now we do something that is connected to a noun. What would inspire be as an adjective?
Inspiring.
Yeah, very good. The inspiring girl. Adverb, connecting to an action. He did his.
Inspiringly.
Yeah, inspiringly. Ha, that's a funny word. Yeah, well, that was mostly always come with ly. Yeah. Obsession. What is a verb?
Obsessed.
Yeah, obsess. I obsess myself about. I obsess over work. Yeah, obsessive, and it can also be obsessed. So we've got obsessed and we've got obsessive. And then the adverb?
Obsessively.
Yeah, obsessively. Yep, correct. Now, what about pressure? What is the verb?
Press.
Pressure.
Yeah, and you can just check that. You can just put a subject in front of it. I pressure you. For instance, yeah, it works. Adjective, talking about the noun, referring to the noun.
Pressured.
Yep. Pressured. What about the adverb? No, risk as a noun. The verb is stays the
Rex.
same. Yeah, it's still risk, you know. He risks, I risk. Adjective?
Risky.
Yeah, the boy is risky, or the work is risky, or the business deal is risky. Willingness for an adjective?
Willing.
Very good. Willing, and then for an adverb,
Willingly.
willingly. And guys, you can just Google this. Yeah, you can look that up. So remember that now in these lessons, I'm not expecting you to know everything and to remember everything. The only thing what I hope for you to do is that you have initiative to look things up. You know, like you just go online, any search engine will do, look things up. You know, that's all I want. And then when you're looking things up and you figure out how things work, apply, implement them. Yeah, it's important to try it out. So now we're not living in an era where we can say, I don't know, because you've got Google, yeah, or any other search engine that you would use. So there is no reason for you not to know. You can just look it up. You know, whatever activity you're doing, you can just look it up. And for those who have a difficulty with listening, you can just read the audio script at the back of your textbook, and if there are words you don't know, you can just Google them as well. So it is totally fine to look things up. Yeah, that's okay. But then all the questions and activities I give you are application. You would have to know how to use the theory you looked up and still have to think about how to create the correct answer. So it's about application, yeah? So please have the initiative to look things up and to be eager to figure things out. Okay, any questions? No? Okay, so that is what we got. That brings us to the next part, which is the grammar, and we're looking at ability. Ability is expressed through the uses of the models can, be able to, and could. Now, can focuses on presenting or describing ability in the present, be able to also in the present, could or was able or were able, was is for singular, were for plural, describes ability in the past. Now, but you can also use to be able to in a different form or in different tense. For example, can use they will be able to, that's future, or they have been able to, that would be the present perfect. So you can use it in different tenses as well. Okay, well, let's quickly fill out this letter. Yeah, I'm gonna start with number 1. And I'd like to hear someone who hasn't spoken yet. Oh, I don't remember everybody, but let's go with Ben first. Ben, are you here this morning?
Yes, miss.
Hi, good morning, Ben. Can you help me out? What's number 1? Can you read from Dear Mr. Honnold? Reads the sentence until the blank, the end of the sentence of the blank, until about.
Dear Mr. Hono, my name is Dylan, 15 years old, and I'm obsessed with rock climbing. It is all I can think about.
Yeah, very good. Use can. And the reason why can, do you know why is it can and not could? Why did you use can? Why didn't you use could?
Because she still thinks about it.
Yes, it's because it's in the present tense. My name is Dylan, I am, and I am obsessed. It's all I. So it's all in the present tense. If we use could, remember it's past, yeah? Awesome, good answer, thank you. Now we continue with Ricky. Can you continue with my dream? All the way to risk.
My dream is to be able to free solo climb like you do. I really can't believe your willingness to take a risk.
Thank you very much. Awesome. Okay, we continue with number 3. I'd like to ask Samuel.
Yeah, miss.
Can you continue? I really.
Can't.
Read the sentence, please.
I really can't believe your willingness
to
take a risk.
Thank you. Very good. Okay, we continue with the second of the 4th one. I'm gonna ask Bagus. Bagus, are you here? Bagus, good morning. No, Bagus. That's not so Bagus. Yeah, he's not here. Aduh. Okay, we continue. Angel. Angel Claudia, are you here? Angel Claudia? Okay.
Yes, miss.
Hi, can you continue reading the sentence?
Last week I went camping and I tried to climb some rocks, but I was not able to get very far.
I couldn't get very far.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes we could use able to, right? but I could not. So it's more than the past tense of can. I could not get very far. Or, but I, and then you would say, I wasn't able to get very far. That would not be wrong as well. Yeah. But if we use be able to, we mostly use it in the present, or you would have to say, I was, yeah, then it would be correct. So either I couldn't get very far or I wasn't able to get very far. That would be correct too. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Continue. We continue with my mom. Gisela, are you here?
Yes, miss.
Hi, can you continue? My mom came.
My mom came over and started yelling at me. She didn't think I can do it safely enough, but I told her not to worry.
Yeah, she didn't think I could do it safely enough. Why? Because did not, didn't. So it's the past tense. Thank you. Okay, continue with Budi Dharma.
Yes, miss.
Can you continue with I am a pretty good rock climber?
I am a pretty good rock climber for my age. How old were you when you could finally do a free solo climb?
Very good, thank you. Awesome. We continue with Kania, Irene.
Yes, miss.
I want
to be able to do that by my 18th birthday. I'm going to practice a lot.
Very good, thank you. Now, Mr. Honnold, we continue again. Cristianto? Cristianto? Is that the word? Is that how you say it? Chris? No. Yeah. Can you continue here with Mr. Honnold?
Mr. Honnold, I know you that you're really busy with all your climbs, but I really hope that you will be able to write me back very soon.
Awesome. Thank you. And then number 9 I would like to ask Jocelyn.
Maybe you will be able to find time for a rock climbing star of the future.
Yeah, maybe you can find time for rock climbing. Able to find time, maybe you can find time. It would say can more, but you could, maybe you are able, maybe you are able to find. Yeah, can say that. Or maybe you can find time, correct. Awesome. Are there any questions, people? We're good? Okay. We're good. Okay, see, this brings us to the part where it shows the writing test. Now, the writing test that I gave you is a little bit different from this one because here it does say a factual report, but you would have to write about Alex Honnold's completion of the triple. And I did not ask you to do that. I gave you the freedom to choose anyone. So you would have to write a paragraph, which is supposed to be a factual report where you place in fact about a person, whoever, who had an amazing achievement in life. So remember that when I shared that with you just now, we could see that here, like present facts about someone's life and accomplishments. So the accomplishments that someone had achieved, and also here someone's life and accomplishment. So that's the same topic and not necessarily about this person. I gave you the freedom to choose who you want to talk about. Okay, nevertheless, you had to start with your brainstorming. In the video you could read, watch that, it was all explained. Brainstorming is super important, my beloved students, because in brainstorming it's the time where you come up with ideas, you gather ideas, which means probably that you will not use all the ideas. You'll probably afterward pick only a few. Nonetheless, you're giving yourself time to come up with a whole bunch of ideas. After you've done that, that brainstorm guides you into research. That's where you start researching. So based on the points of your brainstorm, you're gonna look into some information and look for facts and evidence. And while you're doing that research, basically you add more information. You will probably add more ideas as well. You will come across other ideas. You go like, hey, that's a good one. I should add that. Or hey, that's another good one. And straight away noting down all the sources. Yeah. Remember that Google search is not research. Google search is not research. Google search is just search. Keyword searching. What you do after you get the first information, then you go into the bibliography or in any of the reference sources, and then you dig deeper. That will be your research. Okay? Remember that. It's important. Okay, amazing. Now, from your brainstorm, having done your research, having gotten the sources and evidence and added new ideas, what you do then is you're going to pick the ones you really want to use. Probably not all. Then you will place them in an outline. Where do I put my ideas in the outline? Order them correctly. Topic, sentence, main point, detail, main point, detail, main point, detail, depending on how many you want. And then the last sentence is your concluding sentence. After you've done that, you will look and edit. Always edit your outline, then you write your paragraph, and after you've written your paragraph, you edit your paragraph and you submit. A little bit about a factual report. Remember that it is factual, means it is not biased. Biased means opinionated. Now, it's formal, objective, based on facts. So, sources. Reports are always formal and objective because you're reporting something that has been stated. Yeah? Means also that we will focus therefore on the 5 W's: who, what, when, where, why, and how are all mostly very strongly correlated. These are important, but everything you do is based on facts you research. Yeah, quotations of people's exact words often are also used in reports because they give more facts and strength than just an opinion. But it's important that you do that correctly. That will, by the way, not be graded. If you do so, great, but you will not get extra points. Yeah. So you look here at activity 3. Now here you see facts of Hammel's climb. You were supposed to match the correct category, A to F, writing the correct letter in the blank before each fact. And some letters are used more than once. Now, how do I know easy that they're correlated? It's important to look at the keywords. Who completed triple, what triple, when Alex completes triple, where do, how long climbed, why climbed impressive. So you look at the keywords and then you look at the keywords in these answers 1 to 10, and you would have to connect them, which goes where. Now I'm gonna put this in real quick just so you have an idea. Please check your answers, and if there's something you'd like to say or a comment you'd like to make, feel free to do so. Number 2 would be B. Number 3, F. Number 4, D. Number 5, F. And number 6, C. Yeah, so A, B, F, D, F, C. That's how they're correlated. Any questions? Okay, then.
Miss, there's still another question in the next page.
Yeah, I know. I want to know first, is there a question about this? No, yeah? Then we continue, because the thing is that if I want to scroll down or go to the next page, I have to delete the annotation first, otherwise I can't scroll or so. Thank you for reminding me, appreciate it. Number 7 is F, yeah. Number 8, E, 9, F. There's a lot of F because it shows on how impressive that is, right? And 10 is also F. So F really, really focuses on why the climb is so impressive. So there are multiple factors that connect with those categorized questions. Any questions? Okay, then. Then it brings us to the outline of your first draft of your paragraph. Basically, this is an outline, but a less organized outline. You have to follow the outline in your journal. You see the TS is your topic sentence. The supporting details are definitely as I wrote them in, I will annotate this a little bit, as I wrote this in your journal, the topic sentence is TS, right? And as I wrote this in your journal, I would give it a main point, right? And then further developed with, I would give it dots, right? Let me just give a star. I don't know how I would do that. Yeah, and then you would have probably another star. So this would probably main point 1, detail, detail, main point 2, detail, detail, main point 3, detail, detail, and I can just go on and on and on, how many you want. And then last but not least, you would have your CS, which is your concluding sentence, yeah? So basically the same as here. And here you would have already had to fill it out. Is there anyone who would want to say anything or ask anything about this? No? Okay, then. Then we go to our next part. We're almost at the end. The revising is important. So brainstorm, come up with ideas, then use your brainstorm to do research. And then while you're researching, you add the sources and facts and evidence, and you add ideas. Then you place those ideas in an outline. You check your outline. Then you use your outline to write your paragraph. And then you edit your paragraph, and then after that, you submit it. Now, also important is that you add more information for greater clarity, is that you need to consider your audience. Not everybody understands what you're saying. There might be people that don't know what you're saying, so certain specific words or definitions should be explained. Like, for example, here we have like ANRED, Christy Henrik, who is that? What is this? Anorexia nervosa, what is that? Bulimia nervosa, what is that? And EDIC, what is that? You could place, or in this case, you would have to place a definition of these things in it, because you cannot assume that people understand what you have because you wrote it, you researched it, you know about this, but you cannot expect that the audience you're writing for also understands that. So it's important that you put that in. Is that clear, beloved people? Okay, and then the last, of course, is your final draft checklist. Always do the checklist to check that everything is in your writing and complete. Awesome beans. So we should have that one clear then. Yeah, anything about next week's submission week that you want to ask? No? Okay, then means that your focus is after the Zoom meeting, you're going to do post test 2. That is the second post test for reading and writing. Go to your ebook for reading and writing and go to post test 2. Okay, and then submit it before 11 today. After that, remember that you focus on finishing your ebook for reading and writing. Doing the focus on writing means that your ebook should be done for ebook for listening and speaking, listening 1, listening 2, focus on speaking. And for the ebook for reading and writing, reading 1, reading 2, and focus on writing. Yeah, and finish all your post test, your video comprehension, yeah, and journal and log. Awesome beans. Anything else? No? Okay, then I will see you next week. Make sure you're ready. Remember, next week is your test. So you will have to submit everything next week on Tuesday. Tuesday next week, which will be on the 8th of September. Yeah, remember that, 8th of September. And you will also have your unit test. So be ready for your unit test. 2 unit tests, 1 for listening and speaking and 1 for reading and writing. Okay, cool. God bless you. See you next week. Bye-bye.